Runtime demo of the operating system's Pizzeria scheduling project. In here, we will be explaining how to compile, test, and run commands for the application I built for the Pizzeria scheduler problem. First, we must have a JDK, a Java development kit. Use the Oracle and the Java version, and the Java version from VS Code. It's in this tutorial, and I use this version for Mac OS right here. And then we also have to have access to the repo. In here, we just copy. We'll be using GitHub Desktop for the purpose of cloning. Just copy the URL here, creates the folder for us. We wait for it to clone, and now it's cloned. Then, so that we will be also using the integrated terminal in VS Code to run this program. We can also do it in the normal terminal, but I prefer the integrated one from VS Code because it's the one I use the most. It's important to note that I have a shell.sh for macOS so that you can run it without the need of running the entire Java command, which can be a little bit tedious. And you also have shortcuts in here. And I also have it for the Windows. As you can see, we have no bin files, no bin folder, and no lib folder, which means that we don't have the dependencies set up. To set them up, we first need to access the application directory. We print out, we need to give permissions for executing programs to shell.sh. This is done with the chmod. Once this is performed, we just need to run shell.sh setup, which will build the dependencies. The ones I use is just JUnit and the Hamcrest, so that I can just use unit testing to test. First, we need to compile. When it's compiled, can be used to run anything, and shell.sh is used for test is used for testing. The tests are provided in the source/test folder. And here you can have all the tests for the components I use in this program. Then once this is set, the shell.sh provides certain shortcuts so that you can test it, visualize it using examples we've seen in class and for optimization. I'll just run a few. So shell.sh1 is this configuration right here, as you can see. This one right here. And then shell.sh3, well, you can see the printing, which is correct, and it's focused. So the chefs should only have, only the name of the order, so it's printing. Then 3 is using the threaded app, which is the threaded simulation, which creates multiple threads for multiple simulations, simulating a manager for multiple restaurants. As you can see here, it's provided. And we can also compile this program by using the Java-C code right in here in this part, which is just generating the object files. I won't be doing it because I've already done it. As you can see, they're in the binary file, the class. But once this is set up, we can also perform our own tests for at least a single threaded by using the Java, the cd bin app, and then providing the arguments for the app. So let's use just basic focused and modify the arguments in this section. If you get any arguments wrong, the code will tell you, and also if you don't plug in any arguments, the program has its own like default versions, which is I think this example right here we're looking at. It's important to know that this was done to prevent the program from running configuration that shouldn't be capable of doing so. Still, configurations are boundless, and you can still add an order with no pizzas, and it will still run. Use chef strategy, RR, and chef quantum. These are all the arguments you can. If you add any other, it would complain. Let's test it. You see Daniel, it's got to complain. It says that's not the correct usage, and it's an unknown option. If you miss one, it will tell you, like chef quantum, it would also tell you, and where it's the error. So please refrain from doing this. And if we want to run a threaded app, we just use this and change the input file to input files, and you can add as many as you want. And I'll just use 2 to provide the example. Remember, it's a comma separated list as specified by the requirements of this project. So please just do so. And then I'll just copy this right here so that I don't have to write it all out. And we can just run it. There we go. As you can see, it works perfectly. If there are any doubts, please don't refrain from contacting me, and that's all for the runtime demo. No, I forgot to stop recording. Am I gonna- I just there. Stop.